Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020. This is career mode. It's episode number 50. So half-century mark already. Happy with where we're at so far. We've made the World Tour already. I don't think we're going to be in the World Tour next season, but we're here. We're here now. We made the jump so quick. The guy who brought us here, Zeta, probably leaving at the end of the season, hence the comment on not being in the World Tour next season. We just don't have the money. We started with a very, very small budget. And the replacements, they're coming, but nobody seems to be developing as fast as Zeta, or not too far behind him, Tentoni. Anyway, our schedules are too busy, way too busy, and because of how busy they are and you don't get proper recovery when you are just race, to keep the fitness down, we're not training properly, which means our training levels are dropping or guys are going to be fatigued by the end of this tour. So and have trouble recovering by the time we head to La Vuelta. 4-minute gap, so we're out, and Alves Machado is in this thing. He'll have a chance to compete for this point, but what is he up against? Kirsch, Perez, Seri. We've already been up against some of these guys. Perez has 2 points, definitely more punchy. Kirsch, same, no points though. And Seri, even a slightly stronger third in the competition, 5 points. Alves Machado, just 5. Only 1 point available here, so he's not going to lose the lead on this one. We can't go too early with our lack of fitness and our hill rating being so bad. Right now it's okay because it's essentially on the flat, but what's that last kilometer going to look like? We're going to have to go early. He has to go on the flat where he can out-sprint these guys massively, open up a big gap, as he has done. And then... oh, here they come. Wow, they are so much faster on the hill part. He wasn't even close on that one. If I'm lucky, that was Kirsch over the top first, because that's his first point. Okay, 2K to the next one, and this is what Alves Machado needs more than anything else, because it's the points classification. I'm trying to help Tentoni for the KOM by taking points away from others. However, Alves Machado is out of energy already. Come on, buddy. Come on. Sprint it out. There you go. Okay, just over the top first. There. Okay, back here. 3.2K. We have Manatoglu. Way behind. German, lead him out. German. Manatoglu.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The Peleton has significantly increased its speed.
There we go. They're finding their way through. Come on. German. Oh, wait. I sprinted. I sprinted Tentoni. Oops. My bad. Protect. Yeah, that didn't work so well. Come on, German. Okay. Manatoglu. This is his problem. Even on a really high race day condition, he's only 4th across line. We're gonna have a really hard time winning this, but it's gonna come from the break. We're gonna get additional points from getting guys into the break, and as the breakaways get larger, these guys aren't gonna be collecting points on other days. But if we're gonna be in this competition, it's gonna take some points. Monotoglu's 5th right now. That's probably not changing here. 1.5k, here comes the attack for this one. Alves Machado obviously has better takeoff speed than these guys, but because of the hills, his energy just falls away like there's no tomorrow, and he ends up last across the line, 2nd time in a row. Still holding a 5-point lead. Kirsch claiming both points so far is really, really good for us, as that is allowing us to stay in this lead a little bit longer and get somebody into those points who really won't matter to Tintoni later, and also helps keep Alves Machado in that lead for now. 2 and 1 points available on that next one, plus a sprint point before it. So can Alves Machado possibly open a little bit of a lead? And have him sit on for a little bit. It's 7k. Let him recover. So not contributing at the moment. We're at 3.5 minutes. Under 5k. So as we continue on with this stage, Kruiswijk falling is a good moment to recall what's up. And what's up is that we have the real life Tour de France coming up. So Alves Machado through first. Okay, it's 5k to go to the top. I'm going to continue at this pace to the top of that, see if he can hold out. Meanwhile, we need to now 1.5k to go. Monotoglu needs to just sprint. And get whatever he can through here. Wow, look at that. That was that was not a great finish. He got points, yes, but not much. These guys have already caught him, so that's it. They caught up to him really quick, considering he was going to 95. Okay, 2.5k. Kirsch, I think, is probably lined up best for this. Okay, we're going to go on to the flat. This would be the time I would want to attack, but he doesn't have the energy to. Wow, look at that. They just ride away from him. There's an attack in the group at the front! Come on, Alves Machado. Oh, see, he just falls off. As soon as it goes uphill a little bit, they just ride away from him, even when he still has bar
We've got
left.
Just 1/3 of the race left to run.
Now,
Now's not the
Alves
time to go
Machado,
watching.
I don't think he's going to get back on. I think he is done. He's going to fall off from these guys. Yeah, they're riding away from him. He ended up with 0 KOM points today. And he's going back to the Peleton. We need to start his recovery. There we go. Okay, recovery started, and let's get him some protection. Manajek. Okay, Zeta. Okay, turn it up a little bit, but you need to recover. Nobody left in the break for me, just 3 men away. Anyway, Tour de France, actual coming. Here's my predictions. There are a lot of good riders, capable winners, with teams that just aren't capable of pulling it off themselves. I think I have long said that it takes a team to win. My pro cyclist mode, especially notable when I have good team support, I do really well. When I'm the man on the team and don't get proper support, I struggle. I struggle like crazy. Okay. Alright, Alves Machado's recovered. Let's get him back up here with everybody else. There you go. Still do a service. I will not have him be the first lead out. I'm going to use German for that today, but Alves Machado could give us a short burst of speed before that. 47k to go. I don't think you can win without the team behind you. So favorites like Pino or like Nairo Quintana, right? Guy who very capable of winning the Tour for many, many years. Quintana, he's not winning it this year. He's not winning the Tour with RKS AMC. Even though he's been on form. Even though he's had his best year easily in a long, long time. He's not winning the Tour with RKS AMC. He's got zero support. When it comes to the pure climbs, he will be alone. Each and every time. While he can hang in there, there's going to be a stage. There's going to be stages where he just ends up losing time.
Let's hope it doesn't jeopardize the rest of his season. A fall just took place in the pack.
17k to go, and fatigue really setting in the group. The pace set here by Sunweb and Astana is quite high.
The riders have just passed the 15 kilometers road time.
14k to go. Alves Machado I don't think is going to be able to contribute. We're going to use him early on instead. So we're going to gel up now for Alves Machado and Tentoni and Rodriguez. So with that being said, there's two teams that are showing up strong. There's two teams that are showing up ready to support their lead riders. And so to me, it's a no-brainer that the Tour is going to come down to those two teams. Top two steps, I think, are going to those two teams. Steps 3 and 4, or at least 3 and 5 or 4 and 5, as in 2 of those next 3, maybe 4 spots at most, are going to go to those teams as well. So, with that being said, Jumbo-Visma, Team Ineos, it's going to be a 2-horse race. Those two are going to dominate the Tour, in my opinion. I think they are just much, much too strong for everybody else. Also, with that being said, if you hadn't heard the announcements, multiple time winners, Froome, Geraint Thomas, not going to the Tour. Froome, of course, recovering from his horrific crash at the Dauphiné last year. He's not ready. He's going to get leadership at the Vuelta. Thomas, not looking so good form-wise. He was more of a surprise. But he's going to get leadership at the Giro. So they're getting their chance to go out, lead the team, win a Grand Tour. But it's not going to be at this Tour, at the Tour. It's Bernal. Bernal's the leader, but he's got Carapaz with him. How supportive will Carapaz be? Don't know. I haven't seen Carapaz in this role. But Carapaz is certainly one of those guys capable of winning the Tour by himself. I do think Bernal will easily have Carapaz beat. A lot of people are talking about how Bernal's form is down right now. I beg to differ. Here's the thing. Bernal, during the break, looked stronger than anybody else. The times he was putting in on the rides he was having, so much stronger than everybody else. I need to get this set here. German's going to lead him out, and then we're going to get, what, Zeta, probably? Yeah, Banijek. Okay, for Mark. Rodriguez. And Tentoni. Alves Machado. Oh, no. Nope, you're done. You're already back there. Okay, so Tentoni, lead us out. Here we go. Anyway, as I was saying,
10 kilometers remaining. Oh,
Bernal
the list of those left behind goes on
looked
rising. He's just
so much
pulled
stronger
off
than he
his
did a
race
year ago.
number. That's
And
it
he
for
won
him.
the Tour last year, where he wasn't the leader, or wasn't supposed to be the leader
The
during
teammates of the main
preparations.
sprinters are not
So-
handing out tickets for a breakaway, so the stage will end up in a mass sprint.
And even during most of the Tour, it was supposed to be Thomas, with him supporting Thomas. And he did. He supported Thomas, but he was just too strong, and he took it. Tintoni still hasn't gotten forward, even at a 94. That's pretty sad. 6K to go. Let's get everyone set here. All right. We will be done in just a moment. And then 5K to go, and Rodriguez, not so strong, but we're definitely going 99s
5
here.
kilometers remaining.
And I think we're going to be starting our sprint at about 4K at this rate. His sprint not hurting the guys behind him. Here we go for Mark. Oh no, what happened
And he
to
moves
everybody
on
else?
to the attack.
Right,
It
for
could
Mark.
be decisive.
Maybe going a little solo on this one. Banaszek will follow and burn his energy. That'll pull the other guys through. There we go. Holy cow, we have a chance. Look at this. The way it pulled through. This has opened up a little bit of an opportunity for us. For Mark, he's going to just keep riding. Zeta, though, leading this out. It's 2.7. So, Zeta, come on, come on. Yeah, block these guys off. Oh, here comes the real pace. 2.1.
There we go.
Come
The
on.
sprint is on. The
We got
riders are setting
swallowed.
themselves up.
And these guys were way too fast. Okay. Monotoglu 1.4. This is everybody going way too early. But huge gap on our position. It's going to be another top 5, but only 5th.
Great
Ekhoff,
victory. He
Damar,
didn't overextend
Matthews,
himself.
Christoph.
He was
There's
certainly the
German,
smartest today.
Gaviria, and then Monotoglu, Philipsen, Casepol, and then Zeta, and Vermark, and Banaszek. All over the front of the standings, but no time bonuses today. Another top 5. 4th
tail
in
enders are
7
still coming
stages. We're pulling good results for our team. Really good results for our team. But they're not stage wins. There were gaps. I doubt there's going to be any time gap given, though. So, back to the conversation. The way you prepare for a tour, if you're looking really, really, really good right before the tour, what generally happens? You look really strong, like Alaphilippe was at the start of last year. This is not a great example because he's
here are the
not
key
a
moments
climber.
of the race.
He's a puncher. But you come out in dominating fashion early on. But what happens late, right? Think Giro 2018? Is that 18? Trying to blank down. Yates. Okay. Yates comes out so strong. Has the lead of the race. Looks like he's going to win the Grand Tour. And then everything falls apart on is that stage 19, where he not only does Froome do the impossible and go off and go super early, multiple climbs before the end of the stage, and pull off the surprise victory, but Yates cracked, right? Froome didn't just beat everybody. Froome beat everybody, and Yates cracked and lost a ton of time. So, there was two ends to that. You go too hard, you go too early, you have your form too far ahead of time, and it could be a problem. Now, the reason why this is important is that Bernal looked so strong, but recently, his form, yeah, I think that was intentional. I think the reason why his form recently is, I think he is prepared to lose some time. Sorry, not to lose some time. To lower that fitness so that it's peaks and valleys, right? He's bringing that down so that he can bring it back up at the right time in the tour. I think Bernal is right where he should be. Therefore dangerous. Carapaz is going to give him really good support. Kwiatkowski is going to give him really good support. Sivakov, again, somebody who hasn't been in this role. I think he's going to give him really good support. Here, he's riding for Jumbo-Visma. Real life, it's Ineos. And look at this, Jumbo-Visma all over the front of the standings, combined with Ducati Quick-Step. Carapaz, Ineos, 9th. Nobody else in the top 13 right now. And this is 2-minute, 24-second gaps. I mean, this is not a small gap. A lot of that came down to that team time trial, but dang. Alves Machado still second place in the points classification. Monotoglu slips a spot to 6th, but he's only 5 spots out of 4th. He's the one who's hit the fitness peak right now. He's 100 points behind Alves Machado, but I think as we hit these big climbing stages, getting those two in the break, we have a shot. We have a shot still in that points classification, and not just Alves Machado. I think Monotoglu is very much capable of grabbing some points, especially with the fitness peaks. Alves Machado still hanging on to the KOM for now, though it's getting very close behind him. Kirsch took all 4 points available. The 5th point went to Seri, who added 1 to his total, but that keeps everybody behind him, so he's got the jersey for another day. More importantly, Carapaz has 1 point. And that's it. Nobody else up there is a threat to the KOM. Carapaz, I think, is going for GC. So, Tantoni, little advantage here. The one actual climber with any points right now. That's not in the GC competition. Not a good day to be in the break, as there's only 1 sprint point early and then everything is backloaded to the end of the stage. So, we're going to stay tucked in this time, and as we have 5K to go, I've got Zeta working out front. Rodriguez, go ahead and relax now. Rodriguez was protecting Zeta. Now Zeta going to turn up the pace. So 3.5K to go. So Zeta leading this thing out. And we're attacking for these points, and we're trying to go a lot harder and earlier on this one because there's tons of time to recover.
The pack is slowly whittling away the lead.
13 riders now away. 1.7K to go, and now it is these guys getting out front. Okay, Monotoglu in a strong position, but he is down to 900 meters. Germain's sitting up early, even though he still had a little bit of red bar left. Unfortunately, not sure why that happened. Alves Machado going to attack, and you can see we're just not beating these guys head to head. We need those large breakaways, and we need to be in them to have an advantage. Alves Machado still second. Monotoglu still 6th. Both losing a little bit of points, though. In the other half of the conversation, you have Jumbo-Visma. Jumbo-Visma is one of the strongest teams that I have personally ever seen at the Tour, or at least in my opinion. They are so deep, so strong. They're going to be tough to beat. And to make it worse, like Ducati Quick-Step a couple seasons ago, they're winning everything right now. And Primoz Roglic is looking so good. So good. And they added Tom Dumoulin. Now, most of you already know all too well my opinion on Dumoulin, and I do not think that Dumoulin is going to be the winner. I do think he will be one of those 2 riders in that top 5, though, from each of those 2 teams. I think Carapaz is looking like maybe 5th place, maybe 4th place. Maybe Pinot somewhere up there in the top 5,
really
or Bookman in that top 5.
Far, or it's going to start breaking up.
But I do think that Carapaz is going to be around that 4th or 5th. And I do think that Dumoulin will be around that 4th or 5th. I think there's a couple reasons for it. I think, one, Dumoulin not going to support Roglic terribly well. I don't have a positive opinion of him. I do think he is a selfish rider, and I do think that he will be selfish out there, and he's going to try to ride for himself. And as a result, the team's not going to end up supporting him. And while his time trialing is going to help him, there's only one individual time trial, and it's stage 20, and it's uphill. It's not a regular time trial, so it's not going to benefit your strongest time trialers like normal. I think Bernal's going to end up doing a great time trial, as he is, in my opinion, the best pure climber right now. I think Roglic is going to do a great stage 20 time trial, as somebody who is totally on it. But as we were talking a little bit ago on the last stage, I do think that Bernal's form right now looks better by not looking as strong as Carapaz. He looked so strong in preparation, but he's backed off. He's conserving energy. I think Roglic is expending too much right now. The form that he is showing ahead of the Tour de France means he's going to be really strong early on. And there are some climbing days early on, and there will be some decisive moments. And I think Roglic could end up in the lead after the first week of the Tour. But I think over the final 2 weeks of the Tour, I do think that Bernal is going to be a little bit too much for Roglic. That's my prediction. I think that Bernal is going to take the win after coming from behind Roglic and pass him somewhere in those final 2 weeks. I think Roglic will take second. I think that third is more likely to be Carapaz than Dumoulin. But Jumbo-Visma, stronger team. But if they don't work together, which I do fear is going to be the case when it comes to Dumoulin, Wout van Aert, I think, is going to be going off for some stages at some point. I don't know if that team's ready to commit fully to the team. Ineos, not their strongest team. Maybe their weakest team in a number of years. But I think Bernal's going to be too strong. And that team's going to be fully committed to his support. With that one exception maybe being Carapaz. That's the only one I'm not sure about. I think head-to-head, Jumbo-Visma, a little stronger. Individual leaders, Bernal, a little bit stronger. I think the team support will make up the difference on the strength of the two teams. I think the preparation will be the biggest difference, which is why I said I think Roglic is going to be stronger in the first week and fade. I think Bernal, a little weaker in the first week, might be a matter of seconds behind, 30 seconds behind after 1 week. But I think as that tour goes on, he could gain a minute, 2 minutes, maybe even 3 minutes over Roglic over those final 2 weeks. And I think that's going to put him at the head. But I think the strength of those two teams will make it absolutely a two-horse race, down to those two, as long as they stay healthy, of course. If they don't, then that starts to blow things wide open. Podium, though, definite battle. Pinot, Bookman. I don't think Quintana is going to get up there, but I do think Quintana is going to have a solid top 10, maybe 6th. Number of other guys that really could put in strong times. Martin could surprise this year and take a stage or two. He's looked really good, and I've been big on him for a few years now. He is my underdog guy that I've very much been a supporter of for a long time. But with this, we got 4.5K to a sprint point. Let's finish this stage up and then call this an episode. We've been talking a long time about this. That's my predictions. Let me know in the comments below where you're at on that. Of course, it is entirely speculative, but that's what I think is going to happen. I'm going to go for the stage today and not the points. We need that stage victory. Alves Machado is a +5 today, and there's all of these sprint points right before it. I think these guys attacking to try to get those points is going to hurt their recovery and give us a small chance at something. They sat out awfully quick after that, though. But let's hope this gives us a little advantage that these 2 sprint points are attacked hard enough. Okay, there goes the next attack, and we are 16 kilometers from the end. I'm going to start early before those guys have a chance to recover. I'm going to take this punishment that they've inflicted upon themselves and hope that it can amount to something for me. I've protected my guys, I've saved my guys for today, and let's see if it pays off. Tintoni already in a nice strong position, and let's begin that punishment of those sprinters for attacking too early. Also with Tintoni, we are 3.5K away from this climb, so hopefully he can hang on long enough to claim this point. However, we're seeing attacks by Mikel Björg, Oscar Rodriguez. 1K to go. Okay, 99. Come on, 99. Yeah, go Tintoni. Go, go, go. Sweet. All right, 10.5K left to go. We're going to let him use up that last little bit, and then Rodriguez begins the acceleration.
Only 10
Put
kilometers
that pressure on. 10K, little downhill. This is going to give us a little advantage.
The riders are closing
Especially
on the
with
last 8
the
kilometers of
sprinters.
stage, which will
I think a
most
lot of
likely
those
end up in a
sprinters are
mass
going to be
sprint.
pretty
Oh, the list of
fatigued
those
right
left
now
behind goes on rising.
between attacking those 2 sprint points, trying to keep up, and going over that little climb without much protection through those periods.
Five kilometers remaining.
Alright, so this is all about energy management at the moment. You can see the yellow bar damage that's been done. You can see that none of them have full red bars right now as we prepare. On to Banijek. Okay, here we go. 3.5K out. Banijek beginning his sprint. 3K out. On Zeta. Get us a little space here.
And the final sprint
Zeta's
is
plus
off. Who's gonna be the
5,
first to the
keeping
line
me
today?
close, but these guys way too far out front. Ekoff, Gaviria, Ewan, Damar. But they go early. They went early. And you can see those guys all fading already. Now we're seeing the late attacks of Kristoff and Stuyven. Alves Machado. It's 1K to go. Oh, now they're coming. Now they're coming. There goes Ewan. He waited. Ewan waited. He's going to claim the victory. He was patient. Those guys fell off, but he stayed tucked in. Saved his energy for late. Good job by him. These guys are just too fast. I mean, he just flew. He flew past. Only 14th today.
The tail enders are still coming in.
Ewan really stretches his lead on that one. The good news, we got a point for Tintoni in the KOM.
Now for the race highlights.
That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below what your predictions are for the tour before it gets underway this Saturday. That's tomorrow. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.